Hi, how are you? Long time no see. Look who remembered that they have a YouTube channel that they should probably upload some videos on. That's me, yeah. Well, that's not entirely the truth because I was thinking about my YouTube channel since the last video I uploaded, and that's why I've picked this topic for this video. We will talk about how perfectionism is ruining everything that I do. I wouldn't say that I'm a perfectionist in all aspects in my life, but I'm definitely a perfectionist when it comes to creating. So I will talk about how it affects me when it comes to my art specifically, and how it affects me when I'm trying to create videos or trying to make this whole YouTube thing happen. I will be mostly speaking about my own experiences, but hopefully you will find this relatable, and hopefully you'll find out that you're not alone in this, and maybe by the end of this video we will find out together how to make things better for us. Let's treat this video like a friendly little talk. We are just two friends hanging out, complaining about our lives, and by the end out of our hangout session we will maybe discover something about us, maybe we will discover some ways to help each other, and yeah, that's it. That's basically how all my videos are. So I'll probably do this video in a similar format that I did my art story video, in which I was talking and I will show you some b-rolls of me drawing, because I would like to do it at once, but I can't focus at more than one thing at a time. So should we start with a definition? Perfectionist definition. I'm googling it for you so you don't have to. I'm that nice. According to Doodle. So, according to Google, a perfectionist is a person who refuses to accept any standard short of perfection, or a person who wants everything to be perfect and demands the highest standards possible. So I wouldn't say that I'm the type of a perfectionist that would accept. So what I meant was expect, not accept. I'm just giving you a warning because I will use this word again and in the wrong context again. So just so you know. And hey, this is what you're signing for when you're watching my videos. Forgive me. Nothing but perfection from others. I am definitely the type of a perfectionist that accepts the perfection from myself, like from me. Yeah. I don't know how to English today, sorry. I don't know the exact reason why am I like this. It's not like my parents were strict or anything, but ever since I was little, I remember that I was striving for the best results I could get, and I was so miserable when I didn't get all A's at school, or when I failed the test, or even when somebody told me that I made a mistake or that I'm not right. Whenever these situations happened, I always felt like my whole world is ending and that I'm a useless person, that I can do anything, and it just stuck with me throughout my whole life. It's not that that bad like it used to be. I remember I was crying so hard at the end of my first year in elementary school just because I got my first F. And that's because we did some exercise in math on a subject that I missed. Also, it was by the end of the year, all grades were final, and I I had all A's. And just because of this little incident, I went home and I cried my eyes out. And my dad, he was like, "Oh my god, what is happening? What's wrong?" And when I told him that I got an F, I felt so bad. He was laughing at me and hugging me like nothing happened. It's okay. Why are you crying so much? So yeah, I was that type of perfectionist. It's not that serious right now, but every time I make a mistake or every time I do something that's not to my standards, I feel like I'm stupid. I feel like I'm not enough. And that just sucks, you know? So because of that, I was thinking about why am I like this. I thought that I was like this only when it came to school, because everyone was telling me that I was a nerd and stuff. I thought that when I will graduate that it will eventually go away, but it didn't. It sort of transferred to another parts of my life. So when I got my first job, I was there for like first 2 weeks, and whenever I needed to ask something and when I wasn't sure that I'm doing something right, I was so anxious and I was nervous every time I went to work. So yeah, that's not healthy, obviously. And when I think about it, even now at my current job, I know I do it well, but every time I'm not sure about something, I feel so stupid again, and I'm again so nervous the whole shift just because of some stupid little thing. And it's not that I'm shy to ask others, it's that whenever I ask others, I feel incapable. So I was thinking about it. Does this behavior have a name? And it has. It's perfectionism, I guess. It feels almost good to say that, like I'm a perfectionist. So I will not tolerate anything but perfection from myself. And naturally people would get like, so you are hardworking, you have the attention to detail. That's actually pretty good mindset to have. But it's not. It's actually the exact opposite. And for me, perfectionism is just a fear of failure and nothing else. For me, perfectionism is something that's holding me back so much because it's something that keeps me in my head. It's a binding feeling. I overthink every little detail to the point that it's ridiculous.
This class is ridiculous.
So for example, I was stuck this whole 2 months just because I was thinking so hard about my next YouTube video that I didn't end up filming it. I tried, but I felt like I didn't look good. My English wasn't great that day. I felt like it's not bringing any value to people. I felt like I'm not funny enough. And because it was a reaction to my old DeviantArt, I couldn't film it again because I felt like I would be lying to you, because I would film myself reacting to something that I already reacted to. So essentially I failed. And that sent me spiraling down to this deep hole of rather not doing anything. Every time I fail, I feel like, what's the point of me even trying again? Because obviously it won't be perfect, it won't be to my standards again, and I will fail again, and I don't like this feeling, so I will not do it because it's easier for me to not do it. Another example could be my art. I know that I said that's something that I'm pretty confident in, and I think that I am, but I'm confident because I show people just the good results. Sometimes I have an idea for a new drawing, so I will find my reference and I will sketch it out. It looks great, it looks fine, and then something in the process happens, like I will use wrong colors or I will do a line art that shouldn't be there and it just won't end up looking as good as I imagined, and I will get so mad at myself that I won't even post it, and I will lose interest in drawing or making art in general for maybe weeks. Yeah, I think it's just not healthy. And I've been talking about this in my previous videos already. Oh my god, I'm thirsty. Wait a minute. Hydration break. Make sure you drink your water, because I don't, and then my head hurts. Okay, so where was I? So in my previous videos I was talking about how I'm trying to be more patient with myself this year and not be so hard on myself and not to seek the perfection. And I don't know if it gets better or if I'm just trying to push through, but I'm still trying to make YouTube videos and I'm still trying to make art, so that means that I'm actually doing something right. In the beginning of the year, I've set some goals that were actually pretty achievable for me. I've set a goal that I will make at least one YouTube video a month, and when it came to art, I set a goal that I will just finish my little sketchbook that I bought. And these were pretty simple goals, and I should have just stick to them. But instead, I told myself, you know what, these goals are so small. I should aim for bigger goals. And then everything went down. I started thinking about numbers. I wanted to set a goal for subscribers, for followers, for views, for everything. And I don't need to do that. And I think that's why I always fail, and why I always, after failing, feel the way I do. Because I will set an unrealistic goal, and I think that's my problem. When I actually try to set an achievable goal, I always end up adding to it, and then I will automatically fail. It's just this behavior pattern that I need to break, or that I need to work on. Okay, so we already know what perfectionism is. You already heard about my personal experiences with it, and we also found a mistake that I tend to make. So what can we do about it? What would be my advice to you or to myself when I'll be watching this later, when I don't feel like doing anything? The first advice would be to set realistic goals and don't add to them. You can be proud of yourself for achieving just a small goal. It's better than failing at a bigger goal, I'd say. So every time you'll catch yourself to make those goals bigger than they should be, just remember that small goal you initially wanted to achieve. That's the goal, nothing else. Second advice would be to physically do those things you want to do without thinking much about them. So if you took my advice number 1 to your heart, you already have this little goal that you want to achieve, okay? In order to get there, you actually need to do stuff. That's the tricky part. When you start to think about it more, you will end up looking for excuses, looking for the perfection. You just need to stop thinking. For example, you want to draw more, you want to get better at art. Don't think about it, just take a paper and a pencil and doodle whatever is on your mind. It can be like little flowers or little stars or something, just doodle, and it will become something bigger and better every time. If you want to create YouTube videos, I know that this is going to be a little bit controversial, but I don't script my videos, and that's why the production is so low. But you don't need to overcomplicate it. That's why I'm always so stuck, because I overcomplicate just me sitting in front of my phone. I always think about that I need to have a perfect lighting, that I need to look my best, that my English needs to be perfect without any accent, even though that's not possible because it's not my mother language. I just overcomplicate it and never do it, because perfect conditions don't exist. Sometimes my English is okay, but I don't look good. Sometimes I look good, but my English is like I just had a stroke. I'll just never be perfect, and it's okay. It's okay to just sit down and talk to camera and get better each time. So yeah, just sit down, talk to your phone like it's your friend, and you'll get better eventually. At least that's what I'm hoping for when it comes to my case. And the third advice that I would give to you is to remind yourself that the failing part is an essential part of success. Look at me being so smart and philosophical. And I want you to remember those words every time you fail, and it will actually send you to that spiraling thing we were talking about earlier. Because that's something that helped me, and that's something that helped me switch my mindset for this video. By any means, I'm not saying that I'm magically cured just like this and that I broke my behavior pattern this easily, but it definitely helped when it came to filming this exact video and coloring this drawing that I'm actually showing you. Yeah, and I won't give you any other advice because I don't have any. I hope that it helped you a little bit. I hope that you can relate to my struggles, and just know that you're not alone. We are all struggling, and we are all trying our best to function. We all are just trying to live our lives, to push through, do our best at it, and sometimes it's not perfect, and it's okay, and we should remember that. Yeah, that's it. It was lovely to talk to you again. I'm so happy that I actually did that, that I did not procrastinate and watch some Stray Kids content. By the way, how are we feeling about the comeback? I'm so... It's so fucking good. Okay. Sorry about this fangirl moment. I just had to. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.